Hello my friends, this is Edward Mungai inspiring you to leadership. Well, today I chose to talk about doing your work with mastery. You know, I've been talking about this subject about small things and how the act of small things, you taking care of the small things, how that is relevant to our lives, because those small things is what translates into bigger things. Now today, I'm focusing on now your work and saying you need to do it with the highest level of mastery. Of course, this comes out of the passion, it comes out of the love of what you are doing, because if that is not there, then my friends will not be able to achieve that mastery. We will not be able to make it and to make a perfect job. And by the way, it doesn't matter what job it is. If you are a waiter in a hotel, it's that waiting that you are doing and you do it in the perfect way. If it's about school, if you're in school, it's also about doing your studies with a lot of mastery. If it's about your job, you are a secretary, you are an admin assistant, you are a CEO. Really is about valuing your job and the things that you are doing, you do it with mastery. Of course, it doesn't mean perfecting it. It's not about making work to be perfect. No, it's about putting that joy, taking care of the small details, taking care of all the things and all eventualities that would come with your job, and ensuring that you are doing it to the highest level possible. Do it like nobody else can do, you know? Do it like there is not tomorrow. So doing your job with mastery, of course, calls for dedication, it calls for patience, it calls for that attention to detail. Because unless you put these three things together, you cannot be able to achieve that. Of course, to get to mastery, and I keep on preaching this gospel, it requires 10,000 hours. Well, 10,000 hours is probably 7 years, you know. If you count, it will end up being 7 years. And that is when then you transition from an amateur to become a master. And this is all what we are called for. We are all called to have mastery in our art, in whatever we do. You know, many people ask me, Edward, but how, if we don't like our job, how then can we do it to the level of mastery? Well, of course, then the easiest thing is that switch jobs. Switch that which you are doing and go to something which you are passionate about. Because to be passionate, it means you can, as I keep on saying, you can wake up at the middle of the night and get to work on that art that you're working on. And art here means your job. And if it cannot drive you to do that, then indeed, my friends, we need to switch and do something else. Something that brings joy, because joy is part of it. Something which helps us to use the flow. And the flow is about engaging our mental capacity. Because indeed, that's also very important, and it brings some contribution into the issue of passion. Of course, it must also be sustainable. Sustainable from the perspective of finance. So, and when you look at these three things, it's about joy, it's about the flow, mental engagement, it's about some sustainability, financial sustainability. And indeed, that middle part that you see there is what I call a career jackpot. And this is what now you can actually be able to work to mastery, and you can be able to achieve it to get to that level. So guys, what is it that you're going to do to mastery? It is your choice. Get to know what is it that you do to mastery, and we will just see success following you through and through. Well, this is Edward Mungai, inspiring you to leadership.